and you know how far you're willing to go to get closer to that drag radial, because obviously the closer you get to that drag radial, the compound is going to of the tire is going to help you stick to the road a little bit better. Alright guys, so we're going to talk about the stock tires and compare them to what's going to be actually in the back of the car this coming week. So what really came on the Charger RT is these Goodyear's 245 45Z R20s, and you know, to be honest with you, they're not that bad. It took a lot of effort to actually get these things to hook off the line. I did run, you know, some fairly good times, but the problem was being consistent with my 0 to 60s and getting off the line. So that's why I later went on to upgrade to 275 Continentals. And so we're going to compare these 245s with the 315s that I just purchased. We're going to put them side by side, and you guys can see the difference in size. There's the RT, and these are the Nittos 315/35 R20. And so I'm going to put them side by side, and you guys are going to see the difference in width between 315s and 245s. Now, obviously I can't provide any feedback on these just yet, but they will be going on the RT, and I've heard some really good, you know, reviews and everything about them. So yeah, I'm excited. I think this is going to be a much big improvement over what I currently have on. Before I put these side by side, I'll show you what I currently have. So right now I'm running Achilles, same size as those Nittos, 315/35 R20, and these are all season. And I have to admit, you know, like for an all season tire, they're actually pretty good. But you know, if you're gonna run, you're gonna have to warm these suckers up real good. And on the front, I went with 275/40 R20. So, I mean, I have no complaints. No complaints whatsoever. So let's take the 245, put it side by side. We're going to talk a little bit about tires and rims and everything. I receive a lot of questions, and really I would like to answer a whole bunch of them for anybody that's out there that's looking for their tire upgrades, rim upgrades. We'll start off with some of the most popular questions, and guys that know the answer, feel free to chime in the comment section. It helps a ton when other people, you know, comment back to a lot of these questions and comments, and it creates more dialogue. So there's a ton of people that watch this channel that have way more experience than myself, have been down this road, and please, you know, like in the comment section, just share your knowledge. So the first question that I typically get asked is, what is the maximum size tire that I could put on a stock rim? And this is kind of a difficult question because each rim is a little bit different. And you could put oversized tires on rims. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be receiving the benefit of that tire. Give you an example. I've seen someone put 315's on 9-inch in width rims. And, yeah, sure, they're on there, but you're not getting the full footprint and utilizing the full 315 on there. So what's the maximum that you could put on there? I mean, really, for a lot of us, we have 9-inch stock rims, and so 275s with a nice summer performance rubber or even a drag radial would be perfect. Okay, I've seen other people do the 285s or the 295s with success. So it's not necessarily about the width of the tire, it's the compound of the tire. Now I love seeing those those big beefy tires back there, but at the end of the day, 275 all season or drag radials are going to be better than a summer performance or drag radial 275 is going to be more beneficial than a 315 all season, when you're doing some runs. So always keep that in mind, that the tire compound is extremely important. Another question is, how did I fit 315s on my rims? Now, I upgraded to Hellcat replicas, okay? I have 20x9s in the front that have 275s up there, and then I have 20x10s in the back that have the 315s on there. So, because of the upgraded rim, I'm still not even utilizing the full footprint of a 315. But in order for you to really get the full benefit of a 315, I think you're going to need like 10.5, 11-inch tires. Now, I didn't have any problems putting 315s on my 10-inch rims. They've been great. I have no complaints whatsoever. If I could have gone back in time, I probably would have got 10.5-inch rims, or even larger 11-inch. Now, a very big popular question is the spacers. Why did I run spacers on my car? And the answer to that is I miscalculated the offset of my rims. There's a ton of people that have Hellcat replica rims that do not require spacers. Okay, they purchase the rim with the appropriate offset, and it allowed them to put 315s in the back without any kind of rubbing. I played it safe. I could have went with 3mm spacers, and it's really, they're so small. The spacers are tiny, so it's not gonna like screw up anything. You're not talking about, 1/2-inch spacers or whatnot. But I went with the 5mm spacers, and it created a nice big bulky back to it. And it gave the back a little extra clearance, and there's no rubbing whatsoever when I had my stock springs and everything on there. It worked perfectly. So, no regrets on that. But I do have to admit that if I were to go back, I would do 20x9 in the front, 20x10.5, or 20x11 in the back, so that the rim width was wider and could utilize the tires more efficiently. Now, what kind of tire that you want, I mean, really that is up to you. As you continue getting closer to the performance, you have the all-season performance all the way to the drag radial, and you have to decide which spectrum you want. A lot of people, they go with the Toros, what is it, the 850Z or something along those lines, and absolutely love it. They have no problems in 3-season weather, fall, spring, summer. I'm not 100% sure what the winter brings, but I went with an all season, and really I have no complaints with the Achilles the UHPs. They're really great, okay, for an all season tire. I was able to plow through, winter without an issue, spring. Now when the summer comes around, I'm a little bit, I should have summer performance tires. So it depends on where you live and, how far you're willing to go to get closer to that drag radial, because obviously the closer you get to that drag radial, the compound is going to, of the tire, is going to help you stick to the road a little bit better. And you know, so you have to decide how close you want to get to it, and as you get closer to that drag radial, the harder it becomes to drive that car in crappier weather, you know. So I've decided to go with the Nittos to replace my all seasons, and the reason why is because I have this car, and this car is going to be basically my winter car. It's going to be my bad weather car, etc. And yeah, that's pretty much why I'm going that way. I'm trying to think of any additional questions. You know, that's really it, guys. I mean, that's kind of when I wanted to kind of talk about my rims, my tires, and everything like that. And I've been meaning to do that because I continuously see a lot of questions popping up lately about this topic, and especially on Instagram. So yeah, you know, rock on, guys.